Hello, and welcome to the short recording where I'll be taking you through and introducing you to BPP's Enhanced Classroom delivered through the BPP Hub. The Enhanced Classroom, or ECR, is designed to aid success. It is a support tool, a virtual learning environment that is there to support students in gaining success in the actual professional qualification exams. The benefits of the Enhanced Classroom to you, the student, are that lectures incorporated within the Hub cover 100% of the syllabus. They are lectures that have been recorded by expert BPP tutors who are professionally qualified accountants and have many years of experience both within practice and industry, as well as delivering professional qualification programs. The lectures follow the same materials that BPP produces as part of its approved content provider status held with the ACCA, and for the AAT, CIMA, and ICAW programs, the same best-in-market materials we teach within our own classrooms. The lectures not only focus on knowledge, but application of knowledge as well, which is important to be successful in the exams, and teaches and shows you, the student, how to develop key paper and exam skills that are necessary for success. The Enhanced Classroom includes a series of assessments to test your knowledge. Once completed these assessments, it will provide you with feedback based on your own personal performance, highlighting areas that you need to focus on. You will also have access to online testing software that simulates the real exam environment, and students who work through lectures and complete their assessments through the Hub have a significantly higher chance of passing. When logging into your Enhanced Classroom via the BPP Hub, you'll be presented with a home page, also known as your timeline and dashboard. The basic layout is pretty simple. So at the top right-hand side, you are able to adjust your account settings. On the left-hand side, you have a timeline which will highlight and show what your next activity tasks are that are due based on what you've completed already. And below the timeline, you'll be able to see what you have already done to this particular point in time. So you always know what you've done and what you are doing next. On the right hand side, you'll have a snapshot of the papers that you're currently enrolled on. And then below that, if there's any news and announcements that need to be made, you will have access to the news and information tab below. In the MyLearning section of the Hub, all courses that you're currently enrolled on will be presented. So if you've rolled onto one or two papers, these will be presented in entirety within this section. Let's now have a look at what the actual structure of each course looks like. So irrespective of what paper or qualification you're studying, the basic structure of the Enhanced Classroom is the same. We're going to start off by having a look at ACCA Strategic Business Reporting paper. In front of you is an outline of the program structure, as mentioned previously, broken down between 6 to 8 steps. So for the Strategic Business Reporting paper, it's broken down into 8 steps. At the top, you will have a progress checker. So this will identify the progress that you have made throughout this course based on what you check off based on the work that you have conducted. If we then go into the first section, getting started, the mobile app and the exam skills, you have a summary overview video that introduces you to the Hub and the functionality, and it also gives you details on how to access the mobile app. The Hub is available on all devices and is available on a mobile application, and detailed instructions on how to download these dependent on the devices that you hold are available within the VLE. The mobile application allows you to download content within the app, so you're able to view content and work through content offline. You will also have an introduction to the qualification and the paper depending on what you're studying, together with, depending on which paper you're at, any assumed knowledge content that you're required to know prior to commencing this course. So because we are studying the Strategic Business Reporting paper, you are assumed to have knowledge of certain topics brought forward from the F7 paper. As part of your program and recommended to complete prior to starting your new paper, you should complete these particular chapters in advance of commencing SBR. Once you have completed them, you can check the box, and this will automatically update your progress checker at the top. So previously we're at 6%, we're now at 8%. Okay. Any further guidance in relation to the paper will also be provided, and any reference resources, i.e. allowable downloads and printable documents, will be available within the introductory tile. If we now have a look at the step requirements, each step, steps 1 through to 8, are designed in exactly the same format. So when we go in, what you will be presented with is a series of lectures covering the knowledge topics, and these will be presented using exactly the same physical materials from BPP that you should have in front of you. They will then be followed by a series of skills checkpoints or further question practice or other questions that you can attempt relevant to those topics covered at this particular stage. Once you have completed step 1 of the program, you're then required to take a test. Okay, if you click on the test, what you will see is that the test environment simulates the actual exam environment that you'll be presented with. You will work through the relevant tests, completing the answers as you go, flagging, highlighting, underlining in exactly the same way as you would in the real exam. And at the end of the test, you'll be able to submit this, and this will therefore give you your feedback. So it'll mark your automated answers, telling you what you got right and what you got wrong, and if you got it wrong, why in essence it was wrong. All this information is then available to be shared with your tuition provider. So let's have a look at what the lectures look like.
In this section we're going to look at a sole trader, and in this situation a single proprietor owns the business. They take all the risks, but equally they get all the rewards of the business. Let's look at some of the features. Firstly, there is no legal distinction between the proprietor and the business. Legally they are one and the same. The proprietor is wholly liable for the debts of the business, and when they borrow in their name rather than the company name. When it comes to financing the business, it's usually a mixture of the owner's capital, which might include retained earnings from the business, some loans, and some short-term credit, and this could be in the form of, for example, an overdraft.
In addition to having access to all the recorded lectures and online testing and additional questions presented within the virtual learning environment, the Hub, you also have access to other resources. So you'll be given access to the solutions and debrief videos as applicable for the various achievement ladder steps that you have completed. You will also have access to simulated computer-based exam advice as well as the practice software. Within the CBE practice area, you'll be able to practice questions set for homework or that you choose to do in your own time, but within the simulated examination environment. So here you will have access to a series of blank Excel and Word documents where you will be able to type up your answers in exactly the same way as you would be able to do in the real exam itself. So in summary, I just want to go through again the benefits of the Enhanced Classroom. In the Enhanced Classroom, you'll be provided with lectures that cover the entire syllabus. They will be recorded and delivered by expert BPP tutors with many years' worth of experience. The lectures will follow the same materials that BPP produces as part of its approved content provider status held with the ACCA, and for AAT, CIMA and ICW, the same best-in-market materials we teach within our own classrooms. Lectures focus not only on knowledge, but application of that knowledge too, which is vital for exam success, and teaches and shows you how to develop those key paper and exam skills necessary for success. We hope you enjoy using the Enhanced Classroom.